Most people think Elon Musk is a businessman. They're wrong. A businessman chases profit. Elon Musk is chasing survival. In a world obsessed with money, fame, and short-term wins, one man is playing a very different game. Not for quarters, not for years, but for centuries. This isn't a story about success. This is a story about pressure, obsession, and the kind of mind that refuses to quit when the future of humanity is on the line. This is the mindset of a tough mind. In early 2026, we stand at the edge of what scientists call the Great Filter. Artificial intelligence is no longer just a tool. It's beginning to rival human intelligence. The climate is shifting. The planet is under strain. The world feels louder, angrier, more divided, and more fragile than ever before. While most people argue about politics, while companies fight over market share, while leaders focus on the next election, not because it sounds cool, not because it's profitable today, but because he believes a single-planet civilization is one disaster away from extinction. To him, Mars isn't a dream. It's an insurance policy for humanity. But if you want to understand the grit behind that vision, don't look at Elon Musk's billions today. Look at 2008. That year, Tesla was bleeding cash. SpaceX had failed 3 rocket launches in a row. Each failure cost millions, and each one pushed him closer to total collapse. By the end of that year, Musk had enough money left for one last launch. One. If it failed, SpaceX would die, Tesla would die, and Elon Musk would be financially and emotionally destroyed. He later admitted this was the darkest period of his life. He slept on factory floors. He worked 20-hour days. He carried the weight of thousands of employees who didn't know how close they were to losing everything. This wasn't confidence. This was controlled desperation. Elon Musk doesn't bet on certainty. He bets on necessity. He understands something most people don't. The future doesn't reward the comfortable. It rewards the obsessed, the resilient, the ones who can endure long periods of doubt without losing belief. A tough mind isn't fearless. It's willing to move forward despite fear. Rewind to 2008. The world was in free fall. Banks collapsing, markets bleeding, fear everywhere. Elon Musk had $180 million from PayPal. A safe mind would have locked that money away. High-yield bonds, diversified portfolios, comfort. A tough mind puts it all on red. Musk split nearly everything between 2 impossible bets: a rocket company that couldn't reach orbit and an electric car company that couldn't build a car. SpaceX failed, then failed again, then failed a 3rd time. Each explosion burned millions of dollars and credibility. By December, Musk wasn't living like a billionaire. He was surviving on personal loans from friends. He had no safety net left, no backup plan, no plan B. One more failure would mean the end of SpaceX, the end of Tesla, and very likely the end of Elon Musk's reputation forever. Now imagine the pressure. The media didn't call him ambitious. They called him a fraud. Critics said he was reckless, irresponsible, delusional. Worse than that, his heroes turned on him. Neil Armstrong, Gene Cernan, legends he had admired his entire life, stood before Congress and testified against him. Think about that. He wasn't just losing money. He was losing the approval of the very people who inspired his dream. This is where most people quit, not because they lack talent, but because they can't survive shame under pressure. This is the moment where fear screams the loudest. And here's the first lesson of a tough mind. Toughness isn't the absence of fear. It's refusing to let fear make the decision. Musk pushed forward with the 4th launch. No guarantees, no confidence, just necessity. The rocket lifted off, and this time, it didn't explode. It reached orbit. That single moment saved SpaceX, triggered a NASA contract, kept Tesla alive. But here's the part most people miss. That launch didn't make Elon Musk fearless. It proved something deeper. That progress belongs to people willing to look stupid, risk everything, and keep going when logic says stop. A safe mind asks, what if I fail? A tough mind asks, what if I don't try? And that mindset didn't stop in 2008. It carried him into reusable rockets, into electric vehicles before the world wanted them, into artificial intelligence, while warning us it could destroy us. Elon Musk doesn't chase comfort. He chases necessity, because he understands something most people never will. The future isn't built by those who protect what they have. It's built by those willing to lose everything for what matters. So if you're standing in a moment of pressure, if the odds are stacked against you, if doubt is louder than belief, the toughest decisions often feel reckless in the moment. But history only remembers the ones who moved forward anyway. That's not business. That's a tough mind. How does he do it? How does one person consistently see 10 years ahead while the world is still arguing about today? The answer isn't genius. It's a mental operating system. Elon Musk calls it first principles thinking. Most people live by analogy. They do things a certain way because that's how it's always been done. They copy what worked before. They adjust around the edges. Musk does the opposite. He strips reality down to its most basic truths, the physics, the math, the constraints that cannot be negotiated. Then he builds forward from there. No tradition, no ego, no permission. In 2026, he applied this exact thinking to one of the most misunderstood projects of his career, the Tesla Optimus robot. The world laughed. Experts said humanoid robots were decades away. Too complex, too expensive, too impractical. But Musk didn't listen to opinions. He looked at numbers, the cost of sensors, the cost of actuators, the rapid decline in AI compute, the exponential improvement in neural networks, and he saw something others missed. If a human body can be powered by food, if intelligence can be scaled through software, then a robot doesn't need to be rare. It needs to be cheap. He realized something radical. A humanoid robot could eventually cost less than a small car. And that changed everything. Because this wasn't about robotics. It was about labor. By 2026, the Western world is facing a silent crisis. Aging populations, shrinking workforces, jobs no one wants, but society can't function without. Factories, warehouses, care facilities, infrastructure. Optimus wasn't a toy, it wasn't a demo, it was an answer. As these units begin entering the workforce, the realization hits. Musk wasn't building a robot, he was rebuilding the economic foundation of modern society. But this is where the real risk comes in. To make this work, Musk diverted billions away from traditional car manufacturing into AI. Not marketing AI, not gimmicks, core intelligence. If that AI failed to scale, if the models didn't learn fast enough, if the hardware couldn't keep up, the most valuable car company in history would have collapsed under its own ambition. Wall Street hated the move. Analysts panicked. The stock swung violently. Because to a safe mind, this looked insane. But Musk understands something that most people never will. Safe is often the most dangerous place to be. Safe means standing still while the world accelerates. Safe means protecting yesterday instead of preparing for tomorrow. Safe means slow death. A tough mind accepts volatility. It accepts temporary chaos in exchange for long-term survival. First, principles. Thinking doesn't guarantee success. It guarantees clarity. And clarity is power. That's how Elon Musk keeps moving forward. not by copying the future, but by calculating it, not by avoiding risk, but by choosing the risks that matter. That's not luck. That's a tough mind operating at full capacity. And that mindset is exactly why the future keeps arriving, sooner than anyone expects. As you're watching this, the 2026 Mars window is opening, right now. A fleet of starships is being prepared to leave Earth. Some will succeed, some will fail, some will crash back into dust and fire. And that's expected, because for the first time in 4 billion years, life has a real chance to leave its cradle. Not as a fantasy, not as science fiction, but as an engineering problem being solved in real time. This is what a tough mind looks like at the edge of history. Not certainty, commitment. Musk knows many missions won't make it. He knows critics will be louder after every explosion. He knows failure will be broadcast in 4K, slowed down, replayed, mocked, and he launches anyway. Because a tough mind doesn't ask, what if it goes wrong? It asks, what if this is necessary? This is the core of the Tough Minds Manifesto. Life cannot be just about solving problems. It can't be only about efficiency, safety, and optimization. It has to be about meaning, about building things that inspire you, things that stretch you, things that make you glad you woke up instead of hitting snooze on your own potential. Elon Musk understands that survival alone is not enough. Humanity doesn't just need food, energy, and shelter. It needs a reason to keep pushing forward, a reason to look up instead of collapsing inward. That's why Mars matters. Not because it's easy, not because it's profitable, but because it reminds us that we are capable of more than maintenance. Now here's the truth most people get wrong. Elon Musk isn't a hero because he's perfect. He's not an inspiration because he never fails. He's not powerful because he's always right. He's an inspiration because he is a volition machine, a human being who decides and then absorbs pressure without breaking, who keeps choosing forward motion while carrying the weight of global criticism, who proves that one mind, if it's tough enough, can literally move the needle of history.